You know, I'm always afraid when I have to open these boxes for one of the first times, or if I'm setting up a new cube for a friend, because these Moyu boxes, I'm just always afraid I'm gonna rip them. I don't know if you guys have the same sentiment opening these. Even after already opening this, I bet I'll have a little bit of a struggle, and the box ends up getting kind of destroyed, which I don't really like. So yeah, Moyu, you gotta do something, man. Gans boxes are pretty cool and easy to open. Since that concluded the simple unboxing, let's actually get to turning the Super RS3M MAGLEV edition. I didn't get the ball core because, I don't know, $25 is pretty steep. I might just be getting myself a Tornado V2 at that point. And that kind of defeats the purpose of this puzzle, so I went for the MAGLEV edition. And again, this is after some setup and lubing, because I usually like to spend a little bit of time with the cube before I make a video like this for you guys. So out of the box, this cube has a lot of similar issues with the other MAGLEV cubes, being that it was pretty fast. But the feel of it, I didn't really enjoy particularly, because the plastic rubbing on the interior makes this cube feel very cheap. It feels cheap, and it's loud and clacky out of the box. And the weight is slightly lighter than a Tornado V3 or some other more classic Moyu puzzles. Of course, still slightly heavier than the Gans, but overall it just gave up cheap feeling vibes. I get it's a $15 cube, but honestly the original RS3M 2020 felt better in my hands with the weight and the way that the plastic rubs on each other. And the cube is also very loud out of the box, as I've mentioned, and it was super clacky. This is even after using a lot of weight 5 to slow down the puzzle, so the pitch is slightly muffled. And even now, you can hear that it's quite high pitched and almost annoying. So if you're not into that, then this is not the cube for you. So these are the accessories that come inside this box. We get a classic Moyu stand and a Moyu screwdriver, which can be used to adjust tension. And we've got one of these elasticity tools. I was supposed to have a purple one, but I don't know where I put it. I did receive a purple one. So this is just the generic ones. And we got an extra elasticity cup replacement in case, I don't know, if you break it. I don't know how that's possible. But, and here's the instructions explaining how to adjust everything inside the core, which is useful. It comes in both languages, and 3x3 guide as always. Yeah, no need to explain this one. You know how I think and feel about that. Okay, so now let's take a look at the adjustment system. So under the cap, it's the classic Moyu Duo adjustment system with technically magnet elasticity on the outside. You can adjust using the tool, just line up the click mark, then turn counterclockwise. There are 9 settings for this spring/magnet tension, and I have it on setting 4 clicks in, I believe. And classic screw in the middle, just any screwdriver can adjust that. And you'll see there's a magnet under the screw instead of the usual spring, so by adjusting the depth of this, you can control how close or far apart the repelling magnets are. And as for edge or corner magnet adjustment, there is none for this cube, and that's completely fine because it's literally half or quarter of the price compared to some other flagships. And yeah, hats off to Moyu as always for designing this wonderful, very intuitive system. scramble. Oh. That was... 1061. Not bad, but could have been better. You saw some last layer mistakes in there. Yeah, because the cube wasn't particularly cooperative. Alright, conclusions. It's kind of difficult for this cube. I can basically turn and solve at my usual speed. A little bit slower, but overall the feel just not very enjoyable. The cube feels cheap, as I mentioned before, and it's extremely clacky. And despite, you know, loosening it quite a bit and dialing in to a setting that I like, sometimes this thing still catches, as you've seen in the average of 5. On the second solve, there was on that 1022, that JA perm was just screwed over. Yeah, but if you're going for its cheap price and its MAGLEV technology, $15, $16, that's a great range to be, right? That's where the selling point of this cube is. So if that's what you're going for, go for it. But if you really want to have a good time cubing and you want a cube that has a great feel, go for, you know, the GAN 13, Tornado V3s, the GAN 11, GAN 12s, and even, I don't know, even the 2020 RS3M feels better than this comparatively. Like, yeah, this is just clacky, loud, and catches here and there. It's I wouldn't recommend buying this if you're going for either, you know, peak performance or just having a good time in general. But if you want to see the MAGLEV technology for the first time, yeah, this is a great cheap option to go for. And just as a bonus, the internal piece design has some purple. I guess Moyu found success with that, so they're kind of running with it. And then, yeah, if you guys want to get anything, go for Speed Cube Shop. That's where I get all my stuff. I'll put this in the description. And thanks for watching.